So a lot of my artwork deals with religion and the standoff between Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. And that is an underlying current through, I think, most of my work, which focuses on the Bible. My first major show was in West Allis, Wisconsin, about 1980-81. And I had based the work on sort of a fantasy perspective I had of the creation. The work was essentially, I was doing macro photography of rusted automobiles, and the finishing techniques that auto body repairmen would use on cars, and found that it made some incredible worlds if you looked close enough. And it had an important moment for me in that I was sort of heading off in this direction of utilizing some of my knowledge of the Bible in terms of actually creating imagery. And I basically used that in the next series of work I did, which was called Lake of Fire. And that was exhibited pretty widely in Tulsa, Oklahoma while I was living there. It was essentially a look back at the time was around 1984, where President Reagan and the Russians were going heel to toe, basically, talking about the possibility of World War III and the idea of this incredible inferno that would occur as a result of that. And my work dealt to a large degree with that. It was abstract from the perspective of what I was creating, but the work was based upon revelation. My art deals with issues that are rife for politicalization. However, my intent is not to change one's politics necessarily. The present work I'm doing, which is Visions, Curses, Blessings, is the name of the book and the name of the show, examines our relationship with immigrants. Now, if you look at the current political climate, you find that there are immigrants to this country who are here illegally, who are being rounded up and sent to prisons in El Salvador. But irregardless of your political feelings about immigrants, biblically, there's a lot of work that's been done by prophets and by Jesus Christ who challenge this idea of, well, who is an immigrant? Who is a stranger among us? The stranger who walks among us is our brother. Now, is that political? I mean, when Christ is telling you that? I mean, it applies equally for people who are Muslims, applies equally for Jews, applies to Christians. And I like to believe that this work that I'm doing right now can be appreciated by anyone. It doesn't matter what your religion is, it doesn't matter what your politics is. Just asks you to have a little bit of human empathy going forward. And I think that's what I hope people take away from this exhibit.